On the morning of November 15, 2014, in Honolulu, Hawaii, 34-year-old Michael Walker, a sergeant and Army medic stationed at Tripler Army Medical Center, returned home from work. Upon entering the bedroom, he was met with a horrific sight. His wife, 38-year-old Catherine Walker, was lying unresponsive in a pool of blood. He immediately called 911, and the Army's Criminal Investigation Division, CID, was dispatched to the scene. Investigators quickly determined that Catherine had been murdered. As they began questioning Michael, the interrogation uncovered troubling signs of foul play. Authorities suspected that her killer was someone close to her and believed the motive might be linked to her $400,000 life insurance policy. Her tragic death pointed to a deep betrayal, prompting investigators to delve further into Michael Walker's personal life in search of the truth. Catherine had been a loving, devoted, and hardworking wife, yet her life was violently stolen in a way no one could have imagined. The question remained, was Michael responsible for her murder, or was someone else behind it? Who killed Catherine Walker? This is her story. Michael Walker was born in the year 1979 in Bennington, Vermont. After completing his education, he enlisted in the military, where he eventually rose to the rank of sergeant. In time, he met a 38-year-old woman named Catherine, originally from Albany, New York. The two began a romantic relationship and got married in 2003. By 2013, Michael received a transfer to Tripler Army Medical Center located in Honolulu, Hawaii. There, he worked as an Army medic, and he and Catherine moved into military housing on the base. The Walkers were deeply religious Mormons and were very active in their church. For more than 10 years, the couple struggled to conceive a child. Catherine suffered 6 miscarriages and faced ongoing fertility issues. The repeated losses took a toll on her mental health, leaving her devastated and depressed. Eventually, the couple agreed to pursue in vitro fertilization, IVF, to try and have a baby. That summer, however, Michael began cheating on Catherine by arranging sexual encounters with strangers he met on Craigslist. In September 2014, Michael started a relationship with 24-year-old Ailsa Jackson, known by many as Lisa. They met through a dating app, and their connection was instant. Since they lived in the same neighborhood, their affair was easy to maintain. Despite knowing Michael was married, Lisa didn't mind continuing the relationship. Michael, who struggled with sex addiction, found in Lisa someone who fulfilled his desires. Over the course of their affair, Michael confided in Lisa that he planned to leave his wife. Lisa, who had mental health issues, became dangerously fixated on Michael and wanted him all to herself. In early November, Michael and Catherine went on a hike. When they returned, they found their car had been broken into, and Michael's wallet had been stolen. This incident rattled Catherine. She feared that whoever stole the wallet might return to harm them, and she shared these worries with her friends. Tragically, those would be her final days. On the morning of November 15, 2014, after finishing a 12-hour night shift at Tripler Army Medical Center, Michael returned home to their house on the Aliamanu Military Reservation. Upon going upstairs, he discovered Catherine lying on the floor in a pool of blood, unresponsive. Michael immediately called 911. The Army's Criminal Investigation Division, CID, responded to the scene. They found Catherine not in bed, but on the floor. Her bedding was soaked in blood. She had suffered multiple stab wounds, and her throat had been slashed. There were no signs of forced entry, and nothing had been stolen, ruling out robbery. The murder weapon, a knife, was taken from Catherine's own kitchen and found near her hand. A bloody fingerprint was discovered on the light switch, and there was blood on her purse and driver's license. Fingerprint analysis showed the print did not belong to Michael. Despite appearing frantic, Michael remained oddly calm. He claimed he had tried performing CPR on Catherine, but nothing worked. An observant officer noted that Michael had no blood on his clothes or hands, which was suspicious given the amount of blood present and his claim that he attempted to resuscitate her. Michael suggested Catherine might have committed suicide. Investigators found this implausible, as her injuries were too severe to be self-inflicted. After giving his statement, Michael was escorted outside the home. While outside, an officer overheard Michael telling someone that he and Catherine had argued about food before he left for work. Later, he also told a military chaplain that they had been dealing with fertility issues and that Catherine's depression had worsened because of it. He again brought up the theory that she may have taken her own life. Since this was a military-based death, CID investigators brought Michael in for formal questioning at their Sheffield Airfield office by 11 a.m. Though not officially a suspect, Michael agreed to have his house, car, person, and phone searched. Before the interview, he was stripped of his clothes and given a new set. Investigators began asking if Michael had any enemies or if anyone could have killed his wife. He again mentioned the recent break-in and Catherine's growing fear afterward. Eventually, they turned to more personal questions, asking if he had ever cheated on Catherine. Caught off guard, Michael admitted that since summer 2013, he had been meeting people through Craigslist for sex, even bringing them into the marital bed while Catherine was away. He confessed to sleeping with both men and women, shocking the investigators. With Michael's cooperation, they created a list of his partners. One by one, those people were cleared. They didn't know Catherine and weren't involved in the crime. As suspicions grew, investigators began to see Michael as more than just a grieving husband. Despite asking for a lawyer multiple times, once at 2:39 p.m., he was denied legal counsel, violating his rights. While analyzing Michael's phone records, they found repeated calls to one number, belonging to Ailsa Jackson. She lived less than a mile away and worked at a local movie theater. Michael admitted they'd met through Craigslist and had been seeing each other for 3 months. He had told Lisa he wanted to leave his wife. This raised the question, had Lisa killed Catherine, or was Michael behind it? Michael, now feeling the pressure, told investigators that Lisa was mentally unstable and obsessed with him, and had been threatening Catherine's life. After more than 12 hours of interrogation, Michael asked for a lawyer again, and this time questioning stopped. Investigators then searched for Lisa. When they found her co-workers, they learned that the day after the murder, Lisa was distraught, crying, and told them she had hurt someone. She abruptly quit her job and moved to Indiana. Lisa had told co-workers that she loved Michael and was crushed to see him acting lovingly toward his wife at the movie theater. Investigators also confirmed Lisa had schizophrenia. She'd stopped taking her medication, not by choice, but because a lapse in health insurance left her unable to afford it. The murder had left the base community shaken, particularly because there were no guards at the entrances, leading some to believe an outsider committed the murder. Although many suspected Michael, Catherine's father publicly stated he believed Michael was innocent, thinking the murder was related to the wallet theft. In April 2015, 5 months after the murder, Lisa was arrested in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and charged with Catherine's murder. She was held in Indiana pending extradition to Hawaii. Once in custody, Lisa revealed it was Michael who first discussed killing Catherine. He said he couldn't divorce her because he would lose the $400,000 life insurance policy. If she died, they could start a new life together. Texts between them included pet names like Daddy Cakes and Baby Girl. In one cryptic message dated November 4th, 2014, Michael told Lisa, "You have my permission. The sooner, the better." A week later, Lisa attempted to kill Catherine, but couldn't get inside the house because everything was locked. Catherine had become extremely cautious after the break-in. Michael followed up with a text saying, "I need my desire taken care of soon. I'm going crazy." Lisa responded, "I was going to, but I ran into a problem, an access problem." Michael replied, "Oh, I see. I can help with that." On November 14th, Michael met Lisa in the gym parking lot to finalize their plan. That night, while Michael worked his shift from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., Lisa received the agreed-upon signal, a text that read bad, meaning the key would be left for her. Around midnight, she used the hidden key to enter the house, took a kitchen knife, went upstairs, and stabbed Catherine in the neck and torso as she slept. Catherine awoke asking, "Who are you?" Lisa stayed for 30 minutes, watching her die, asking if she forgave her. Catherine's last word was yes. Lisa then turned on the light, leaving a bloody fingerprint behind, and rifled through the purse to check Catherine's ID to confirm she had killed the right woman. It later came out that Lisa had long suffered from mental illness. Diagnosed with schizoaffective disorder, she had stopped medication due to financial hardship. Though Michael orchestrated everything, he wasn't arrested until a year later, on November 4th, 2015. Beyond his affairs, investigators discovered he had also paid men for sex and was addicted to child pornography. He faced 2 military court-martials before his civilian murder trial. In one court-martial, he was convicted of possessing 92 images and 19 videos of child pornography and sentenced to 27 months. In a second trial, he was convicted of sexually abusing and assaulting a child. He received a 10-year sentence, was dishonorably discharged, and was demoted from sergeant to private. During the murder case, it was shown that Michael knew Lisa's mental condition when he asked her to kill his wife. His murder trial, originally set for August 2017, was delayed after a judge ruled his confession was coerced and inadmissible. He had not been read his rights and was denied an attorney multiple times. The prosecution appealed, causing further delays. Finally, in September 2019, Michael pled guilty to second-degree murder. He admitted arranging for Lisa to kill Catherine. At sentencing, he expressed remorse and said he still loved Catherine. In February 2020, Lisa was sentenced to 30 years in prison, while Michael received 35 years.